Your daily out with me.
Hello, friends and neighbors. Welcome to another production of a program here on TV. Once a day, every day. Turn on the machines and live forever. I made all the way back around here to Thursday. Who was Did you know what was going on? I'm making food. I bought this food for, like a little bit ago, you know, minutes, like half an hour. And I've been not eating it. And how wet is it? And it's hard to tell. It's even plastic, soft and wet. When was the last time I ate this place? I went to, it's called Pad Thai over there. I kind of wanted Pad Thai, but it's like, I don't know. I find it difficult to just get Pad Thai because there's so much stuff. And you're like, oh, I'll get the Pad Thai and be I don't want to be basic. All right, I don't mind being basic, but there's nothing really good. I mean, that's what I said. The restaurant's called Pad Thai. Everybody wants Pad Thai. Well, emergency. Something's going on. It's good. I was extra hungry, but I mean, they say hungry is the best price, but I think it's also actually good. I don't know what it is. What is the flavor? It's Pad Thai Mao. It's Pad Thai, Pad Thai Mao. I almost got the Pad Thai, but I went with Pad Thai Mao because I'm not sure if I had this one. I mean, probably have. It's kind of like Pad Thai. It is good. I don't know what's in it. I went to the west side because I was doing my time. And so a little later, I wanted to start a little later there. And I did. And then I had some extra time. I'm like, what am I going to do? I've usually got some free time. I'm going to go home and watch TV. I'm like, oh, here's time for TV. But today I was out here on the other side of town. So I didn't feel like going back, and maybe I'm going to go do things. It's more like we didn't do things for a long time. For like 2 years or a year, and now we're just back to life, and it's weird. It's weird, but I don't know to tell you twice, do I? I went to the west side, got this food. It's called a place called Pad Thai. Tomatoes, huh? That's a funny name for a restaurant. But McDonald's, this place called Hamburgers. I mean, that sounds like a good name for a restaurant to me. Where do you want to go? Hamburgers? And then can you sell, like, well, Pad Thai. Can you sell Pad Thai hamburger? There was this, an entire style of restaurant. It's fallen to the wayside. Like the Wayside Cafe is a vegan place. And if that's a joke about restaurants falling down to the wayside. But is it the wayside? I know I was thinking about things dropping the other day, but I keep thinking about idioms. I don't know if I always thought about idioms all the time, but now I feel like I'm really on an little idiom kick here about the wayside and things dropping. And things dropping was a few days ago, but still. The restaurant style that closed down, that I haven't seen anywhere else other than right here in town, is the combination hamburger teriyaki spot. And I don't know if there's ever 3 at the same time because they closed down, but there was at least 3 at one time. There might be some in Tacoma or Lakewood or something. So I kind of feel like it's like a Western Washington like only kind of thing, but maybe they have it in other places. I don't go to too many places, especially just on the West Coast. But it seems like California. I was looking around for teriyaki and I was like, where's all the teriyaki spots? It's like more popular up here, but they had hamburgers and teriyaki at the same restaurant. It was I mean, the original one to me was Lou's, which turned into Fuji. All they did was drop the hamburgers, and now they're still just teriyaki. Maybe they added sushi. I don't know if they had sushi back then. I wonder if they like. It's called Lou's, which I mean it could be Asian, but the title of Lou's is not overtly Asian. I think his name is Louis, but maybe his name is like Asian Lou. Could be Asian, but like Lou. Not Japanese though. No L's in Japanese. So I can't say walk. But I guess teriyaki is kind of Japanese food, but it's mostly Northwest food. But Lou's was, I'd heard when I was a child. Lou's had hamburgers and teriyaki, but they dropped the hamburgers and changed the name, and probably changed everything. So I wonder if it started off as a not a children's restaurant, a hamburger restaurant, and then they added, like old Lou there married an Asian woman and added teriyaki to the menu, and then eventually old Lou know that the burgers would just drop off all the way. Now it's just teriyaki and sushi. You can sell a burger though, but I don't know who's gonna get it. Not a lot of bread at these kind of places. Panko might be made out of flour. Mostly rice though, as a starch. I think these are rice noodles, and most of the noodles are made out of rice. Maybe. Is chow mein and yakisoba, is that wheat noodles? It might be wheat noodles. I think spaghetti's made out of wheat, right? What else would it be made out of? What is semolina? Semolina flour. It's rice flour. You have different kinds of flour. Flour doesn't mean wheat. Semolina flour, though. What is semolina? Is that wheat? Or is it its own thing? Semolina. I think that's what spaghetti is made out of, like fancy spaghetti. Probably garbage spaghetti is made out of AP flour or something. But you can shove it in your face. Oh wow, I'm gonna shove this stuff in my face. In the old pie hole, they call it. But they dropped the burgers. Now afterwards there was at one time Paul's Burgers, which was called burgers, but they had teriyaki. And like weird Chinese food, like regular, like, well, not weird, like standard Chinese food, like orange chicken. Well, maybe kind of stuff made up orange chicken. Hard to follow. But Paul's Burgers turned into K-Town, which is another, I guess, well, Paul's Burgers served teriyaki and burgers, but they never had a fusion. Like, they're not like, you couldn't get like hamburgers and rice, like maybe like Loco Moco or something, you know. Like, they got rice in the building, and they got hamburgers in the building, but they keep them separate. But the same guy's making them, Paul, I think his name is Paul. He was a white guy. The Asian woman in the front, white guy in the back. I wonder if that was Paul himself, and maybe he had an Asian wife, and that's how they keep making all this stuff, because of, you know, people getting old Asian wives, old white guys. Like Paul. Hey, Paul. But they closed. They closed a while ago. I don't think it was the pandemic. That was something before, because K-Town has been around for years now. Now we're trying to like divide time into like what was there and what wasn't there and what made it through the times, and whoever thought they would come back, you know. This place was there, I think, before. Yeah, it was. Most places, I guess, were and stuck around. Without me, I didn't eat out for a year. I'm eating that all the time again. I have to go back to it. It was a time. It was a life. What's the difference? I mean, maybe about other people doing stuff at that time. Like, oh, other people doing stuff? I want to do that stuff. Or just do nothing. Fit in and do nothing or something. Hamburgers too. Turned into Aliberto's, which I still go to quite a bit, Aliberto's. But it used to be called Hamburgers. Hamburgers had teriyaki burgers. I don't think they didn't come either. They also had like anything that you could like buy frozen and you could fry it. They fried it. They just had like a big freezer. Many bags. This is like maybe like Cisco. You ever go to Cisco? And that's where like everything from restaurants comes from. Except for maybe Asian restaurants. So I stick to the Asian restaurants. Makes the guts feels good in your guts, but maybe I'm biased. Maybe my guts are craving a certain thing. But I mean, I think it's generally better than not too fatty. For fatties. Fatty food, fatty people. Hamburgers had like corn dogs and onion rings and zucchini and mushrooms and fries, of course, and like who knows what. There's like, hey, we got a deep fryer, we're just gonna throw anything you want in there. And teriyaki. That place was good. Went there quite a bit. They had a leak in the ceiling. That I don't know if all the barrels fixed the leak. I think they must have. The leak was in the back corner, and instead of fixing the leak, they just put a reserved sign on that table, as if somebody was like gonna go to Hamburgers and be like, "Oh, where's my table?" Oh, excuse me, sir. I've reserved this table at Hamburgers, but I think it was kind of obvious that it was just a leak. But instead of putting a well, maybe I don't know. Why would they even have a reserved sign? Do they have to go purchase that sign and put it on there? It's like, hey, instead of getting a sign that says, what, leak or danger or wet floor, maybe wet table. It's reserved. Hey, don't sit there. It's reserved for water from the leak. Hey, we never said it was reserved for people, huh? Yeah. That place is gone. Hamburgers is gone. And Lou's is gone. But I actually still go to all the buildings. Fuji, Alberto's, and K-Town. No, I still actually go to all those places. Maybe. Well. I was going to Fuji weekly, but now I don't work there, close to there. So I haven't eaten it in a while. But Alberto's and K-Town is still kind of in my neighborhood-ish, so I'm going there semi-often. Yeah, your neighborhood's gonna dictate what you do or something, but I don't really get out that much. I can just drive a little bit anyway. Now that I'm driving everywhere, so it's what is neighborhoods and locality anymore when you are in a car culture? It's I'm just gonna go across town anyway. Where's Paul? I don't know what happened to Paul or what happened to Han. Or Lou. They're all Lou, I don't think it was called, I think Lou's was just called Lou's, not Lou's Burgers. Hans and Paul, though. Han, not Hans Gruber, but just Han, a more Asian name than Hans, not Hans's. Hans's is. Hey, these are Hans's Burger. What do you say, if your name ends in S? Don't end your name in S. It's gonna be hard to own things, unless for others. It's hard to get to put others' possession onto you when your name ends in S, like Hans. Hey, whose what burgers are these? Oh, those are Hans's. Hans's. Is it Hans's? Hans Burgers. Hans Burgers. Oh, because his name's not Hans. His name is Hans Burgers. But they're Hans, if your name is Hans, Hans's. But then what other names end in S anyway? Marcus? Marcus's. Those are Marcus's Burgers. Yeah, don't name your children words that end in S. And really just name them I hate that it's Bible names, I guess, but just name them Bible names, because otherwise people are going to be confused with what their name is. This is my kid, Paul, John, Joseph, Abraham, Jesus, Moses. Moses is Moses is. So I guess not Moses. Or Jesus, either. Not Jesus, not Moses. Joseph. So how many names are there? Joseph. Oh. Hey, Freddy's here. Freddy knows the Bible, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Do you think you can recite the Bible? What if we all ended and then we come back and you could tell others about it? You could tell them generally about it, but I don't know about specifically. You have any memorized verses still? Huh? No? All right. I'm thinking about naming. I
know the gist of stuff. I know
I know the gist. I'm telling people what to name their children.
Oh yeah.
And I was thinking that you shouldn't name them weird things. And also not words ending in S, because then if you're going to be a possessive name, and then what are you going to say? Like Hans, remember Hamburgers?
Hans, yeah.
Right, but that
Where
was
does the apostrophe go?
His name was that guy's name was Han, though, not Hans, like
Han?
Reaper.
Han?
Hansburgers, remember?
Oh, his name wasn't Hans?
No, it was Han.
Oh, because Hans is like a German name.
Yeah.
Han.
If it was Hans, then it would be Hans's Burgers.
Hans's Burgers.
That's not good. So don't name your children words with S. But then I was also saying don't name your kids like Jabaden. Everybody's calling them like putting weird things before Aiden.
Yeah. Like
But
Hiyakuba.
Hiyakuba. Well, that's not a child. That's okay. You can name things that you don't have to tell.
I was just gonna say they should name their child Hiyakuba.
Oh yeah. Well, I guess for personal reasons, but really name your kid a legal name. Give them a Bible name. I hate to say Bible name, but that's like what. Thank you.
Pastry.
Because it's like those are the regular names, Paul, John, Joe, Mary. What are these?
Peter.
Peter. Yeah.
Paul.
And then.
Jesus.
But not Jesus though. That's the S.
They do the Jesus. Oh yeah, so it's Jesus's.
Jesus's. So not S.
Yeah.
And not a weird name. There's only like maybe 8 names. But then you can call your kid whatever you want. And you say, hey, this kid's called Hiyakuba, come over here.
Yeah.
But then when they call and they
don't name your kid a joke either. That's a bad idea.
Yeah. But they want to get their driver's license, and then they say, what's your name? And you say, my name is Joe. And then your friends, you're like, I think your name is Hiyakuba. And they're like, oh, no, that's just a nickname that my parents called me. And I go by it. But really, my name is Joe. So that way when I go to the DMV, I can say Joe.
Yeah, that makes sense. I think that's some sound advice.
Yeah.
I got the same name as my father and his father before that. That's how I got my name.
Well, how many is that?
That's 4 different Freds in a row.
Different middle names, though.
I've got my grandfather's middle name. My dad had his grandfather's middle name.
Whoa.
Yeah, so.
What about the first one?
What about the first one? Frederick Charles Dobler, yeah.
The parents decided that one, huh?
I guess so, yeah. I think it was a more common name 4 generations ago. Like,
one was 4 How long was the generation? Like 50 years or 30?
Yeah, 20 to 30 years usually.
So, let's say 30 on the large end of things. That's not, 120 years?
Yeah.
That's not that many.
No.
Well,
I mean, it's kind of a lot.
If you were doing it like your parents do, there would already be another generation.
They had me pretty late, but yeah, probably they would have already started one, yeah.
So that'd be 5th, so we're going to add another 30 years. So that's 150 years, which is still the mid to late 1800s.
Yeah.
Kind of seems like it'd be like Roman or something.
Oh, yeah, not that far back.
Or is it Fred in the Bible?
No,
Wow.
I'm not really sure where it came from, but I've met other Freds, and a lot of them are passed down also. It's a strange name that seemingly, like, for some reason, one Fred wants to name his son Fred for some reason.
Yeah. Seems like there'd be a Bible name. I guess. Well, when's the timer? Move it?
I don't know. Where was it before? Was this
right
it?
there. Oh yeah, that.
There it is.
Oh.
That's
Hey.
a good looking timer there.
It's about to ding. I know I told the program this, but I don't know if you realize this. That the back of it. Did you read the warning ever? Can you see that? It's kind of hard to read.
What's it say? Timing 15 minutes less. Past 15, then back to desired time.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
So remember when
it's also got an adjustment there.
Yeah, I wonder what that does. That's just
what
time.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Fine. F and S? What is that? Faster and slower.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh.
But so
wow, go Sunbeam. Good, great brand.
I was looking for the magical timer because the issue was that it would stop because I was doing 15 minutes. and I was like, I gotta find this timer. 15 minutes keeps stopping. It's not being able to go. And it turns out that the magical timer was the one that I had the whole time. That's like rookie of the year kind of stuff, you know? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Something about how Michael Jordan's shoes that made you be able to play basketball.
It wasn't the magic, the power that was doing it. It was the confidence that the powers gave you.
Is that what Rookie of the Year does too?
Yeah, because in Rookie of the Year, you haven't seen Rookie of the Year?
I've heard it referenced, but
From me with the story.
There's a song on Fro that happens all the time that says "Steer clear from the Rookie of the Year."
Oh well, Rookie of the Year is really old. I mean, it's a phrase from sports. So, it's I think it was around before Rookie of the Year, which came out, I would say, in 1993. What's this guy doing right here?
Ooh. Oh yeah, that's two guys, and they're just strolling, having a stroll.
Yeah.
Strolling about.
We can go longer than couch time, I guess, while we're sitting here. I don't have to get up necessarily.
Yeah, you probably would have gotten up if you were on the outside.
It's just a guideline. But Rookie of the Year, the kid breaks his. I've told this story many times on the program. This is a classic program story if there ever was one.
You've told the Rookie of the Year plot before on the show?
Oh yeah.
I think?
Every time that somebody has an ability that they gain from an extra thing. I mean, how often did that happen?
What was his extra thing he got an ability from?
So yeah, he broke his arm. I don't remember how. I should go watch this movie though. But then, when he had a cast on, and then when it healed, or I don't think even it healed. Somehow it broke into a way that his arm became like a machine, and he was able to throw the ball. And he was a pitcher.
Wow.
He could pitch the ball movie crazy fast. Whoa! And I guess maybe accurately too. So then
that was still technically broken.
It was in a. I think it was. Was it in a cast? Or maybe it was out of the cast. I'm not quite sure. Or maybe he got it. Maybe it was in the cast.
That sounds like otherwise because I can see where this is going. You know. He's gonna get the cast off and then think he can't pitch anymore.
Well, but he was a kid, and his pitch, his magical arm, was so amazing that he got recruited by the Major League Baseball, by the adults. They're like, "Oh my God, this little kid is amazing. You're going to be an actual adult. You're going to be in the adult leagues." And he's like, "I'm 12," and they put him in the adult leagues. They broke OSHA code or something, and then he was in there, and then at the end of the movie, this is like the same with Angels in the Outfield or like Slam Dunk Ernest,
like Mike.
Yeah, pretty much any magical sports movie, or I mean, yeah, I guess is getting a magical throwing arm sci-fi?
Fantasy?
Fantasy?
Is it sci-fi? Is it because it's magic? It's not sci-fi.
I mean, it's not actually magic either. It just his arm.
I guess it is like medical science
Yeah.
fiction rather than fantasy. It's not magic. Like Mike could be considered, but in the end, it was all confidence, no matter what, right?
Oh, was it? I mean, yeah.
Isn't that what the
That's
whole
the
moral of the
story.
story is?
Well, you can throw the thing, but then yeah, I guess it was the confidence. He was throwing the ball, and it doesn't make sense that it's confidence, but it was. It makes sense maybe emotionally.
Maybe it made him throw in a different way, and then he realized it was possible.
Oh, but he had to use teamwork though.
Teamwork?
Like the whole team was like, oh, this guy's, we don't need, because it was baseball, right? So the guy's just striking everybody out every time. The rest of the team maybe a little resentful. They're winning all the time, but they don't get any credit. Maybe he's pitching no-hitters every time. And then at the end, they just got to play actual baseball.
Oh.
Like, as a team,
Yeah.
But then I think they still win. Because it it wasn't his magical arm. But then does the magical arm come back? Maybe it's like first round, or what do you call it, inning, or first couple of innings. Like maybe very first inning, he's like throwing them out, you know, he's doing it all. And then like one inning, he loses it, and then they get totally defeated. And then they use confidence and teamwork to come back.
The doctor who said, earlier we told you from the x-rays that you had magical pitching abilities. We're wrong.
We're right. It was all the time.
Oh, no. You actually shouldn't be able to do that. And he's like, oh, no. But the doctor said I had magical pitching abilities, and now I don't.
It was just confidence. But then, and at the end, he gets the magical pitching abilities back for just for a good little bit of fun at the end to really cap the movie.
When they beat the Yankees or whatever.
Yeah, I think they might have been the Yankees.
What? He was on the Yankees? They don't need any help, do they? I don't know. I don't really know that.
Maybe,
about baseball.
Yeah. I think the Yankees are traditionally a pretty good team, but
I thought they were so good that everybody hated them, is what I thought.
Yeah, it's kind of weird with sports because, like, what is a team? Like, oh, the Yankees, they're really good. But it's like, are the Yankees the same people? Like, I mean, definitely not year to year, but even, like, day to day.
They do have some of the same. I guess who's the same is, like, the rich guy who owns the team, basically.
Yeah, he's just able to pay more.
Or maybe the coaches or something.
You just get to buy the most expensive team or the best players with the money. Because I guess if you're the best, then you want more money or something.
Some of these aren't perfect. And obviously they're not.
What are we gonna do with the not perfect ones? We can't have that.
It's a public access TV something show.
If
Not
it's
really
not
sure.
perfect, I demand perfection in
Every aspect of the show.
Yeah.
Speaking of perfection, we're supposed to talk about Hiyakuba. I think that's why I'm here, right?
Maybe
Should we go to the booth?
Let's go to the booth.
I'm gonna go to the booth, cut these out, talk about Hiyakuba.
Yeah. We had a plan,
messages.
but I had a lot of Rookie of the Year and hamburger restaurant talk.
Cool.
Where'd you get the stamp?
I got it at Tags. It's actually a sports store. That's the kind of thing you get for sports and like trophies. They make trophies.
What are they gonna do? What kind of sports has a stamp?
Maybe like it's a baseball stamp, I guess.
Stamp the base?
No, you'd stamp like the winning card or something. You won baseball. I don't know.
They just make stamps on the side. Maybe it's like, what are you gonna do?
They make all kinds of things.
What else?
They also make like, you know, if you have your name in the office and it's like usually kind of like cut into.
Oh, they have that?
They make those.
Whoa!
Custom,
How much is that? Did you see?
Yeah, they said it was like $15.
Oh, for your nameplate?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm actually gonna go buy one because I have.
You should go to Tags. They do it all. Yeah.
I have a desk.
Yeah, they got the desk-mounted ones that have your name on it. Yeah.
I was actually talking about that. Maybe I got confused about where I was or something. And I was just like, I'm gonna get one of those. Like, I think it was some some coworker. I was like, hey, I'm gonna get one of those tags. You know those things that are engraved and you have your name on it and you put it on your thing? I'm gonna get one. And they're like, oh. Like, oh, hey, you do that. And then they went back to their cubicle. And they're like, oh, why is this my life?
They're like, oh, man, I wish I had one of those.
Yeah.
Name embossed things. Yeah, that's some of the stuff. Trophies is a big thing that they have there.
Yeah, that's like their main thing,
Main
right?
thing, I think. Tags stands for something, too. It's like an acronym.
Should we get, like, actual trophies this year? Like, engraved?
That'd be very expensive.
I mean,
we could get one trophy to have everyone hold. It's like Cream of the County specific.
Oh, then we can keep it every year, too. Yeah. How much would it
At least we could get an engraved thing we can glue to a trophy, and then it would look like it's this Cream of the County award.
Oh yeah,
Special.
we just get like a little plaque thing. That'd be even cheaper than getting the whole trophy, huh? Maybe we could get a lot of those actually. I mean, how much are those plaques? And maybe that's less. I mean,
Probably under $10. Probably not like $1.
yeah, but between I think maybe we could do. Well, we're getting kind of close. Maybe for next year we'll start fundraising for the awards. I was thinking about. Well, I always want to do is just give.
We could get sponsored by tags somehow.
Oh yeah.
That's the way to do it.
Give out even more. Try to give out more awards, and for just being a person, and not even the best, just like award.
I heard that. Heard you talking about this. It's hard enough to do the
We're
time.
circling around Hiyakuba right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's like hard enough to find the time to give out the amount of awards that we give out currently.
Yeah.
Like in the hour.
Maybe I should just do my my idea of a performance show where it's the
we
show.
could give an award to everyone in the audience, like on the way out.
Yeah.
Like Oprah style.
The
like,
show.
look under here.
Yo, you got an award. Yo, there's an
look
award
under
for
your
yourself
seats.
just for being
We
here.
all gotten awards for living.
The show.
something.
The show that I want. I mean, I guess it's kind of like a graduation, but you don't have to graduate. So you just get a crowd of people with a stage, and then somebody like an announcer has like the list of everybody's name, and one by one you go onto the stage, and they read your name, and then everybody applauds you, and you wave. And
if we actually do the Hiyakuba the Cream of the County Awards in person this year, like at TCTV,
yeah,
we could conceivably do the whole award show, end it, and then have everyone doing that while we end the show and like record it and then watch it back later.
Yeah.
Get everybody in the audience.
It's something we could potentially do. I don't think
I hear the Queen died.
Yeah, I did hear about that.
Yeah.
It was actually like a big enough deal to like interrupt my job. They're like, hey, everybody, the Queen's dead. I'm like, oh. I'm trying. Yeah, I'm trying to not have professional Schrödenberger. You know. And well, I don't know if other people are hiding Schrödenberger, or they just don't have it and I'm a bad person, you know. But the Queen said, I was like, I am fine with that, or something. She's very old, and also Britain is like our enemies,
Yeah.
like as Americans,
Oh.
you know, from like that war.
I thought that was sort of like we used to be rivals, and now we're like, yeah. Remember when you, you know?
I never got over it.
No. Yeah. They're gonna have a king now. That's the weirdest part.
Really? Why?
That's what I was thinking, kind of in my head.
Or why?
Why?
Oh, yeah.
Like, why not just stop? You know?
Or why is there not another queen?
Because of the laws of succession.
They
Which are
don't
like
switch off?
ancient laws. No.
Oh.
The queen was only the queen because her king guy died, and maybe at the time.
What, like the 60s or something? The king?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who's that really scary old guy that died? Like that was British and he looked like a demon. Remember that? There was like some royal guy who was very very old, but the joke was that he already looked dead or like a scary demon, but then he died, and everybody's like, oh my god, that guy wasn't even alive at all. I mean, the Queen of England is probably in her 90s and probably have crazy doctors or something maybe. But she was probably the epitome of oldness.
Yeah.
And now what? What'd she die of?
I don't know.
Dust turning into dust?
Yeah. Skeleton eyes. Oh, she turned into a skeleton. That's the end of that.
Slow, like you die so slowly that they're not even sure. Like, is she? Oh, no, she's still alive. I think actually she's actually dead this time. So like half dead for like a really long time.
You get any messages?
We got a lot of messages. Is the Queen Princess Diana is the Queen's like step kid or whatever, because like Prince Charles or something.
I think Princess Diana is like a girlfriend or to one of the princes.
Oh, who? Yeah, that makes her a princess. Who's the king now? Charles?
Sounds like a king's name, yeah.
Well, the Prince Charles.
Probably that one then. But everyone's the oldest.
Isn't Prince Charles?
Yeah.
I was thinking Prince. You know that when you get the head of your penis pierced. That's Prince Albert.
Oh, it's Prince Albert.
Is that a guy? Is that a real guy? Or is that only a weird piercing?
Hard to say.
Is it gonna be Prince Charles though?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be King Charles now.
Oh, King Charles. Now he's the king, huh? How many kings are there?
One at a time, I think.
You know, we're better. I mean, George Washington wasn't a very nice guy. I think he was a slave owner, and I heard they say he has wooden teeth and stuff. You know, but the state's named after him, which is questionable, I guess. But I mean, I wouldn't want to change the name of the state.
Isn't the state named after George Washington, the guy who like discovered Lacey or like settled in Lacey?
No, I think it's named after. He's on the president. I mean, the president's on the flag. Like
oh yeah,
George Washington.
True, yeah.
But they wanted to call him. Did they want to call him the king or something?
Yeah.
They wanted to call him Your Highness, maybe. I think it was. And he said, "Don't call me Your Highness. Call me Mr. President."
Oh.
And he set a precedent of modesty.
A presidential precedent.
It was kept up most of the time. I think it's. Yeah, I don't want to get political.
Yeah, sorry.
But
that took you down that road a little bit accidentally.
He said, "Call me Mr. President." That's the story. Call me Mr. President. I don't know what's real. I mean, is George Washington even real, or maybe like time started like yesterday and we all have implanted memories? I have a lot of evidence of the past, but you know, what if that's false, and what else is false, like George Washington?
Yeah, this stuff actually would take a lot of effort to like set up. Can you imagine the budget it would take to set up a replica studio, like for the movie of the program, or like try to get all this
and all the tapes from the past. I mean, we got these messages. We got the tapes from the past too, so
yeah,
that would be a lot of
pretty evidence.
Yeah,
evidence.
Quite a bit of evidence. We got a lot of messages, but we should probably try to get through Hiyakuba because we only have about 18 minutes left. I was like, oh, we're gonna.
All right. I was getting into cutting the. I can cut these when we talk.
I was like, oh, we talked about George Washington and hamburgers and baseball movies.
Yeah.
And cutting cards out. We didn't play them like we were supposed to.
Let's see. Let me think here. So, the exciting part about this Hiyakuba that's coming up on September 19th is that it is the 12th Hiyakuba.
Yeah, what does that mean?
That's exciting because that means that you can watch an episode of the program in a row from every day in the past for 12 hours straight. Which is maybe not as exciting as 24 hours, but it is like the only other larger like segment of time that's like pretty much like an entire clock's worth of time. That's exciting. Usually we get a pizza, I think, and maybe have a sort of half-assed attempt at a clip show.
Yeah,
those are things we could do.
Yeah, I would like to do that. What's
maybe a really short clip show this time, where it's really short,
like one,
like a minute each. Yeah,
that's
still 12 minutes.
That's still 12 minutes.
Yeah, it's long. That's actually kind of long.
10 seconds each.
Yeah, maybe 30 seconds each.
30 seconds.
30 seconds, because then that would be 6 minutes, which is still like kind of long, actually. Yeah. So.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Yeah.
Or less. Did we even acknowledge, like in the first couple of years? We probably did.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
On the clip show.
Seems like I would have known this from all the other clip shows, but I guess I don't.
Yeah, we usually talk over them, which is good.
Oh, yeah.
That's fine, but, you know. That seems like something. Should we invite guests? Sometimes we walk around on the street. Is that true? I might be just getting every special day on the program.
I guess, if virus time's over, huh? Inviting crowds in.
Well, maybe one or two close members of the program.
Yeah.
Then.
Maybe Bella, the intern.
Bella,
official, only official.
Yeah.
And John Webster.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Maybe I could go around and get people to. Oh, I did this last time too.
Oh, the video, that was good
You
though.
say,
Saying,
Happy Hiyakuba.
yeah, say Happy Hiyakuba. And they're like, what is that? It don't matter. Don't ask questions. Just say it.
Yeah.
When then, what
Like,
happens
I
when?
keep those really short too. Like they can't no speeches. Just say
Yeah.
Happy Hiyakuba.
Well, we could watch it. We could continue to watch it too, potentially.
Oh, that's
you know,
a good point. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point.
Or we could do both. We're trying to pack all this stuff in. We have all these other days, and then we're trying to pack things into this one day. But that's okay.
Maybe
That's the
if
point.
they do say stuff. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay.
What
yeah.
happened when you're 12?
Me?
One. The royal you.
Oh. I don't know. I think you're like in what? That's like a bad age, right? Like.
Oh yeah, you're in middle school, and I mean it's like a bad time of your life. It's like middle school. Yeah, middle school. It's like you no more recess. But also not.
I feel like you just want to be 13. You're like, ooh.
Yeah.
I'm like you'd be like, how old are you? Like, I'm 13. You're like, you're not 13. You're 12. I was
You're
like, well, I'm
12.
gonna be 13 pretty soon.
Yeah.
Like 13's cool for some
Yeah.
reason.
11.
Teenager.
11. You're still like a little kid.
Yeah.
12. You're like. You're still a little kid, but you want to. You're like. Finally, you're like I'm gonna be a teenager, but you're
Yeah.
still a kid, and
I don't think I like. I don't think I like 12-year-olds.
Nobody likes
They're
12-year-olds. Not even
good.
12-year-olds.
Yeah, that's what they call it. They're terrible 12s.
They don't even like themselves.
Yeah.
Then you're like, I think you're going right into middle school too. So
Yeah.
yeah. No more recess, but it's middle school. I think middle school is like everybody thinks middle school is the worst time of life.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I think that's when I made my first video. Well, no, that's not true. No. I did this school project where we made a video about the Revolutionary War, coming back to the Queen and George Washington and all that stuff. It was about events that led up to the Revolutionary War, but starring 12-year-old children. And we were supposed to either make a poster board or write an essay. Me and my friends made a video.
Yeah.
And we got extra credit.
Oh, extra credit.
Or at least full credit, but they were like, wow, this was amazing.
I also made videos instead of reports, but I would usually get C's.
Really?
And they'd be like, what was that? But I was actually I was ahead of my time. I was doing like video essays, it turns out.
Oh.
You know, they got those video essays on YouTube where they like basically just read stuff with pictures and stuff. I was doing that. I was doing before, okay, but I don't know where any of that went. Might be in these boxes. Actually, my mother threw out a lot of videos. Like, there was a couple of boxes full of VHS tapes, and my mother threw them out, and I'm like, where you threw it? Like all the home movies from childhood, and anything that I had made.
Oh.
And I was like,
you gotta digitize that first.
Threw all that out, but she didn't. She was like, oh, it was a box of tapes. So like, wait.
Yeah.
So
I remember the other thing we were going to do for Hiyakuba.
Yeah.
And then we got to listen to the messages, but
well, these messages are more than a week old at this point.
Oh, really? Well,
we don't have any new ones.
Oh.
I'm just like,
really?
Just
no new meds, huh?
Lots of old messages and yellow phone messages.
I was going to say, oh yeah, we were going to talk about leaving the booth.
Yeah.
So really, Hiyakuba, what day of the week does that fall on?
Now I'm like, oh, am I liking the booth? Now that we're here, I mean, what would be
the main difference is like moving this stuff, the machines back onto the table again.
That's probably, but then what's gonna go here?
I don't know.
You put the machines on the table.
Like another machine for like the booth shot or something. So you like switch to the booth mode. Be like boop, 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 boop.
2 spots.
2 switchers.
Yeah, we could leave the
because then the mics, I guess. We don't really mess with the mics much, I guess.
We only need one playback VCR over there. Record deck can still stay over here, like in this zone.
All of the things like kind of make sense to be like on that, or I don't know, maybe not.
Like one playback VCR over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something.
Well. Oh, like the remote. Do the remote for the starting and stopping of the background of the background tape.
Well, that's a good idea.
Like maybe tape it to a board.
Or like, yeah, get a chain and like attach it to the side of the table.
Yeah. All right.
That seems like pretty good.
Attaching a remote to the side of the table should be the main feature of Hiyakuba now.
The excitement of
But
Hiyakuba.
We've chained it. Look at this chain. I mean, what is this? Piece of fabric.
A sky pen.
I mean, it's the sky pen, but like, what is this piece of fabric that this is like?
Is that a tie? I think that's maybe one of Jessica's speed ties.
It's a speed tie, huh?
Yeah.
I think like, other than this table, I think sky pen cloth might be the longest object that we've held on to the whole time.
I mean, there's that.
Oh yeah, that's original too.
Yeah, the Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Mountain Dew landscape.
That's been there since day one.
Yeah.
And so is this table.
Yeah, table. Yep.
Actually, I mean, and the table, that was just actually my coffee table. And
predates the program, really.
Yeah. I don't even know where that came from. But it was there in the living room, and it's pretty nice. I mean, it's very solid. So we're gonna move. I guess we're gonna move just for changes themselves. What day is it?
That's what I was asking you. Yeah. Oh, wait, where's the calendar?
Here's the. Oh yeah, maybe we should run the numbers too. Oh, there's the actual calendar.
September 19th. Let's see. Looks like it is a Monday.
Oh,
that works for me.
I'm gonna. Oh, it's September 19th. That's. Well.
And then.
I guess I don't need to get it off of work. We can still do it at the regular time.
Yeah. Could do it later. You could get off work, or I could just rearrange everything.
Oh, well, we could
Jackson's wedding after that, like very soon.
Yeah, that's on the 10 days or week after. We could do the rearranging on Sunday or on the weekend, and then it'll be prepared for Saturday. So like do Sunday like maybe early or something, and then go out there. I want to call John Webster though.
You're gonna invite him to Hiyakuba?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, is that enough plan? We planned, huh?
I feel like we got a good plan. We're going to need to review it. We're going to have a clip show, messages from people on a videotape, and rearrange the studio and get a chain attached to the remote control. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, we did it. I plan.
Clearfield, without speaking.
This is Kenny from
Sorry, I can't really hear you.
Yeah. This is Kenny from the TV show. Is John Webster available?
John Webster?
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Is he watching baseball?
Yeah, he's watching baseball.
Oh, he
you
is?
already know.
Yeah, I guess when is baseball season over?
I have no idea. Unless I look it up.
I mean, I could too.
Maybe you should try calling. I don't know, because he's always watching baseball. So
yeah.
Maybe try calling in the morning. Yeah.
Well, do you have access to his schedule?
I don't have access to his schedule. All I know is he's maybe like, I don't think he's watching, like, I don't think baseball is on in the morning, so maybe around 8, 9,
there's like
10, 11-ish.
I know he has a calendar. Right? He has a calendar there.
Let me see. Well, he does have a calendar.
Can you write something? Can you write on the calendar?
Yeah. Yeah, I can write on it.
Can you write Hiyakuba on the calendar on September 19th?
September 19th?
Yeah. Tell him to call me.
Right?
Tell him to call me on the can you tell him to call me on the 18th so that we can plan for the 19th? Please.
Call you on the 19th?
Yes.
What's your name?
Kenny from TV.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, I have it down.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. You have a good day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye. I'm talking a lot on my job now, I'll do like code switching. It's like, hello, like hello, thank you for calling. Can I help you with anything else today? Okay, have a nice day now. Take care, bye. I'm like, can I do like major code switching or something?
Whoa.
And then, but I'm like, oh, hey, well, have a nice day. We're calling these people like professional. Okay, can you put this on the calendar? Like, I've got this thing on the calendar. I'm like, cause I'm like changing other people's calendars sometimes. They got like appointments and stuff. And then, I'm happy just to be on John Webster's physical calendar though.
Oh yeah.
No matter what happens, we
call Kenny.
We put it on there, and then even if he doesn't do it, it's like on his calendar somewhere. Well, we only got 5 minutes left. I guess we
gotta do the numbers real quick. Yeah.
We gotta do the numbers. I kind of want to look at 2018. We gotta record a message to the future.
Oh my God, what the hell are we gonna do?
We only got 5 minutes.
Okay. Let's get to it.
I was talking about hamburgers.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Here we go. You shake the numbers while I write my numbers, and then I'll take it and gotta make sure it's well shooken. I'm slightly concerned about shipping the numbers by shaking them, but I don't think I should be too concerned about that. All right.
I feel like we must be designed for this kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
What's like the worst thing that could happen if you chip them, I suppose?
Yeah. Well, it's just gonna affect. They're gonna be like, oh, number 4 is chipped. Oh, I'm gonna be picking it all the time. But then
Well, just don't do that.
But then number 4 has as big of a chance of getting chipped as any other number, also.
Yeah.
So, all right, gotta keep shaking them up. Okay, I'm also gonna queue up the message of the future tape. We're in a hurry now to get this all in. Okay. This Thursday, yeah. Oh, we sit in Hiyakuba yesterday too. Let me go over planning. Did you plan? Yes, we did.
Okay,
right,
ready?
Okay, yeah. Here, I'll just pick them. I'm holding it already. We're in a race.
Okay.
It's time.
Yeah. Read
Okay,
it out.
numbers are 30, 50, 26, and 45.
What? Damn. Those are good numbers. But not any of the numbers we chose.
None of them?
Nope.
How about the legacy numbers?
Well, this is hard to look through.
It is, but it has to be done.
No, okay. We're looking for 40, 50, 26, and 45. 40. You have a legacy 26.
But only one?
Only one.
Nah, it's worse than nothing.
Matt has nothing at all. Nothing at all. Odd how. Oh, I have a legacy 25. That's it though.
Almost, huh? All right.
Wow.
Okay, nothing.
Basically seems like.
That's
nothing.
usually how it goes, but it might be a good thing. It might be a good thing that nobody has the numbers.
Wow.
All right.
That is odd. Nobody chose a single 50. Just 50 or 40.
Huh. It's like you don't want to pick the round numbers. You don't want to pick consecutive numbers necessarily. But
I was trying to do consecutive this time. I did consecutive. I did 89 and 90 and 1 and 2. That didn't work.
Okay. Hey, future. It's us the past. We're in a hurry.
Good plan though. We planned for Hiyakuba. What is our plan? We're gonna rearrange. We're gonna put a chain onto a remote control and have a couple videos to watch. Maybe pizza. I think we said pizza.
Yeah. Are there any hamburger teriyaki restaurants back yet? Bye, future. You know those hamburger teriyaki restaurants? But none of them had teriyaki burgers.
Well, yeah. I mean, there are some in Tacoma, right?
Are they? Oh, there is. What is that? What called loose goose?
Goofy Goose.
Goosey goose? Goofy?
Hey, we're here in the past. I tried to fix my car. I fried it.
What'd you say?
Yeah, talk about that. We talk about the day. There was possibly a fire. We can't find any information about.
I tried to fix my car and I fried it.
Called some people. Didn't get any message.
Do you remember that?
Fire band. Yeah. No. Yeah. Fire band. Night guard.
Oh, I saw I saw a car on fire one time. Was it that? Or did you catch your car on fire?
I don't know. I don't ever remember getting my car on fire or frying anything.
One time, I talked about this when it happened in the program. Though I saw these guys that they were like looking at their car like under the hood, and they were like looking at the car, and they caught on fire.
Whoa.
Like, I don't know what was going on. Oh, yeah, we were trying to fix it. Then it caught on fire. The show's over, though, pretty much.
Wow.
So we made it. It's all in you, you know. If you get some kind of magical, super ability to play a sport,
Or an instrument, maybe.
yeah, or maybe fighting sometimes too. It's like it's all in you, and it's not even with confidence. It's just you. It's all you. You are good as how you are. You know, that's that kind of thing. That's what. You don't need a magical broken arm, and don't try to break your arm either. I wonder if any kids try to like go jump off a cliff or get bit by spiders or something. And like, hey, we can't make this movie. Those kids are gonna try to break their arms in order to gain magical pitching abilities. John,
Better make it so that it's
it's all in you all along.
Like, oh, I only watched the first half of the movie, and then I went and broke my arm.
Oh, you didn't watch the end of the movie? We made it. Oh.
What's going on? Really intense right now.
Thursday. We're on TCTV Channel 22, 11:30 and 2 a.m. Check it out. Yeah.
Wow.
YDHWM on YouTube.
Is everything okay with this one?
360-836-434. I mean, it's the beginning of a new tape, it looks like. Did you do this? You probably did. YDHWM.com.
I did do it, but it doesn't look...
It looks great.
Oh, good.
I like this. Humanity, this song, thank you. TCTV, Little Baby, Dirty Fabulous, Local Book, 4-Star Radio. Southspy.com, Rebecca Mount Moore's on Thoughts, Thurston County, Washington State, USA, thank you, and viewers. So you're watching, thank you. Hey, John, you watching baseball still? Call me. Hell yeah, dog. Bye.
Bye-bye.